The chapter starts with a scene of a Navy battleship stationed near the seashore. Suddenly, a voice announces that Admiral Kizaru has launched an attack. The troops feel a tense atmosphere as they prepare for battle, knowing that the enemy will not remain passive. The focus then shifts to the pacifistas, who start firing lasers directly at the Marine ships. Chaos erupts as Marines shout commands, urging their comrades to prevent the pacifistas from unleashing their devastating lasers. They quickly order the cannons to fire in response, but before they can act, the pacifistas release their beams, causing huge explosions on the Navy ships. As the smoke disappears, other Navy battleships are seen sinking, and a Marine officer shouts that weaponized sea creatures are attacking and sinking their ships. One of the vice admirals steps forward with determination and uses his technique known as steam knock to fend off the sea creatures. In another part of the battlefield, a different vice admiral engages the pacifistas, impressing the surrounding Marines with powerful kicks that push the mechanical enemies back. The scene then transitions to an underground laboratory where Usopp expresses,
"The Marines and the mechanical sea monsters are going at it."
Dr. Vegapunk responds skeptically, wondering if this assault is actually real. He points out,
"As long as Sentomaru is taking command of the pacifistas, the island's defense should be iron-tight."
A digital chart is then shown, detailing the hierarchy and control mechanism of the pacifistas. Usopp suddenly realizes something and asks if the Marines actually sent that specific individual. Nami overhears and says,
"Kizaru, did they really send an admiral for this mission?"
Brook exclaims, "The haunting memories from our time at Sabaody are coming back." Usopp looks worried and speculates that the face-off between Kizaru and Sentomaru is taking place right below them. Dr. Vegapunk expresses,
"Forgive me, Sentomaru, that battle must be very harsh for you. I won't condemn you if you run away."
The narrative then shifts to Kizaru, who, with his calm demeanor, delivers a powerful kick to Sentomaru, pushing him back. Standing tall, Kizaru declares,
"Just surrender now, Sentomaru."
Without wasting a moment, Kizaru leaps into the air, preparing to unleash his signature technique.
Yasakani no Magatama.
As he executes the move, a barrage of laser bullets emanates from his hands, momentarily blinding Sentomaru. However, Sentomaru retreats a few steps, declaring,
"I can't do that, Uncle. I made a promise with Straw Hat Luffy."
He retrieves his discarded axe and charges at Kizaru with determination. They clash mid-air, and Kizaru, with confusion, wonders when Sentomaru started associating with pirates. Sentomaru explains that his primary goal is to support and protect Dr. Vegapunk, regardless of which side he's on. Their battle intensifies, and Kizaru skillfully evades an attack from Sentomaru. The Admiral's gaze briefly focuses on Sentomaru, lost in a moment of reminiscence. In the memory, a young Sentomaru stands confidently over a defeated bear, expressing his ambition to find a well-paying job using his immense strength. Dr. Vegapunk inquiries about Sentomaru's intentions for the money, and the young warrior eagerly responds,
"Onigiri."
Kizaru finds the memory amusing and chuckles.
"You were very cute back then."
The flashback concludes with Dr. Vegapunk offering Sentomaru a position as his personal bodyguard, accompanied by a generous salary. Sentomaru addresses Kizaru as Uncle and pleads him to teach him how to protect Dr. Vegapunk. Kizaru, with a smirk, advises Sentomaru not to call him Uncle. The scene quickly shifts back to the present, where Kizaru reflects,
"I've taught you everything I can, Sentomaru."
However, Sentomaru interrupts with a powerful punch, executing the Ashigara Dokoi technique. Kizaru remains unfazed and comments,
"It's just that I also can't let my defense be beaten,"
and retaliates with a kick, causing a huge explosion. Sentomaru lies defeated and injured on the ground, as Kizaru retrieves a chip and communicates with all pacifista units to inform them that Sentomaru is unconscious and he is taking over. He deceitfully announces a change in plans, instructing the sea beasts to protect the Navy instead of attacking. A Marine commander acknowledges the successful alteration of the pacifista squadron's objective. The scene shifts to the elder Saturn, who believes their efforts were futile. He considers the pacifistas to be valuable assets and instructs one of his subordinates to keep him updated on the casualties. The narrative returns to the heart of Egghead Island, where Usopp despairs over Sentomaru's defeat. Dr. Vegapunk appears visibly distressed, emphasizing the urgency of their situation. Another voice declares that they won't waste the time Sentomaru bought for them. York confidently states that he won't crack the password, revealing that he is also Vegapunk. Dr. Vegapunk, with a hint of panic, mentions that Kizaru, being made of light, could easily penetrate their defenses. Usopp, recalling past encounters, expresses his fear of the danger Kizaru poses. In the distance, Kizaru nostalgically mentions the Straw Hat Pirates, reminiscing about their past adventures. He then activates his light technique and soars into the sky. The Straw Hats, aided by a Vegapunk robot, make their escape, but they are startled by an emergency signal above them. Kizaru identifies 3 critical assets: the power station, Punk Record, and York. He considers adding old friends to that list, but notes that eliminating Dr. Vegapunk is their top priority. The scene ends with a defeated Sentomaru and a stern-faced Kizaru. Usopp, alarmed, announces that Kizaru has breached the dome and worries about Luffy and the others who are still on their way. From the shadows, a voice echoes Usopp's concerns. Dr. Vegapunk interjects, stating that raising the barrier would be futile if the ship isn't in the correct position. Suddenly, Stussy spots Rob Lucci's bird soaring in the sky. Lucci springs into action, aiming to attack Vegapunk directly. However, Stussy positions herself between Vegapunk and the impending attack, taking the full brunt of Lucci's assault and getting seriously injured. Vegapunk is shown shocked as Stussy falls on the ground. Nami's eyes widen in horror, and Sanji quickly immobilizes Kaku, noting that Lucci abandoned him in the chaos. Rob Lucci contemplates his next move, and Zoro leaps into action, blocking Lucci with both of his swords. Zoro taunts Lucci, reminding him not to underestimate their strength. The adversaries then leap out of the building. Kizaru finally makes his appearance, spotting the Straw Hats making their escape with their ship. He is somewhat amused, wondering about the location of their ship. On the ship, Usopp urges the crew to hurry, especially with an admiral pursuing them. He turns to Luffy for guidance, only to realize Luffy is missing from the ship. Kizaru's expression mirrors Usopp's surprise, and the scene shifts to reveal Luffy standing defiantly in front of the admiral. Luffy greets Kizaru, mentioning that it has been a while. Without hesitation, Luffy lunges at Kizaru, delivering a powerful kick. Kizaru manages to defend himself, resulting in a massive burst of haki from their clash. Kizaru comments,
That was very rude of you.
and Luffy confidently replies,
Kizaru, we're 100 times stronger now than we were 2 years ago.
The chapter ends. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing because it encourages me to keep making more content for you. Thank you so much and stay safe.